cutting up, diving, hit, bouncing, diving, twisting, end zone, touchdown, not second effort, not third effort, four efforts to get into the end zone.
Welcome to the Game Day Broadcast Network and our exclusive coverage of high school football worldwide online at GameDayMagazine.com. It's time for the Chantilly Auto Body pregame show on the Game Day Broadcast Network. The VHSL Football State Championships are presented by Chantilly Auto Body. If you wreck it, they'll fix it.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Salem, Virginia. Here at Salem Stadium for the Single A Division I State Championship game between the Clintwood Greenwave and the Galax Maroon Tide. I'm Joe Deck, my partner here on the Game Day Broadcast Network, Rob Harris. Rob, let's start with Clintwood. What are we looking at when it comes to the Greenwave?
Oh, I'll tell you what. You know what, Joe? Coach Rick Mullins is really excited about his football team. You know, we talked about a little bit, he and I, about their offensive set. They come out with a pro set I formation, and he really looks to his big three. Dalton Daly, who's just a sophomore, has stepped up huge with game management and development as a quarterback. Then he's looking to his running back, Gavin Mead, who's a junior, has been a greyhound on the ground this year and making huge strides in the running attack. His wide receiver, Austin Turner, runs, I tell you, he is a great pro-style type of kid that can catch great balls, and he's a huge playmaker for this Greenwave team. Defensively, they're running the 40 defense, which was, perfected by Bud Foster, the defensive coordinator out of Virginia Tech. Coach Mullins supports and teaches a basic scheme, but creates a lot of mad chaos for the offenses. They want to disrupt the blocking schemes and shut down offenses, making them basically a one concept and one strategy of attack, and then taking that away by creating mismatches from a defensive perspective. So they are really looking to do some great things from a defensive look. And with Coach Mullins, he's also looking at two players on that defense. Linebacker Austin Dodson, who's 6'2", 235 pounds. He is a big young man. Dodson has been a standout, and he fills a lot of holes, which is being controlled by the defensive lineman. And Austin Kelly is anchoring that line. He's 6'7", 325 pounds. He is a senior, and he is a stud on that front.
All right, and their opponent here, undefeated coming into today's action, the Galax Maroon Tide. What do we expect to see from Galax?
Well, as I talked to Coach Mark Dixon, offensively they look to power the ball downhill. They're going to bring a pro-style running attack as well. His leading rusher is Jordan Vaughn. He will get the bulk of the carries today. He's supported by the brother duo, Dante and Stephen Peoples. Those two young men also get a lot of carries, and they bring a lot of energy into the football game when they get their carries. Once they have pounded the football, they're looking to go play action pass on you. They're looking to go deep and have big plays. And they're really looking to one of the young men that is just outstanding, which is Deion George. Now, George is just a phenomenal athlete. He is a great player. He's a big-time game changer. And the quarterback for them is just doing such a great job of making this offense work. So they have a lot of things going on in terms of offensive schemes, and the leading them is Austin Pack, who is the quarterback. So they're looking to do some good things, and Coach Dixon is really excited about his offensive abilities that they have in terms of offensive production. Defensively, Coach Dixon runs a 4-3, and out of that 4-3, he has two linebackers, Jacob Fisher and Frankie Shalobi. Did I get that right? Shalobi. And, they really look to provide and step up in solid ways of controlling the line of scrimmage, stepping up, making sure that they protect and let those two young men run free and fill up the holes and the gaps in terms of the defense. And the one thing that Coach Dixon did talk about, he did say he really wanted to get Deion George the ball. And so we will probably see him in a lot of special team situations in terms of kickoff returns and punt returns as well.
All right, and just some things here I've got history-wise. Clintwood, a dynasty in the 70s, becoming runners-up in 1973 before winning back-to-back state championships in 74 and 75, as well as 1978, a state championship. In 1979, they were a state playoff semifinalist. And then they had quite a drought, not getting back to the state playoffs until 2007, where they were a runner-up in this state championship game, as well as 2008. So the freshmen here from Clintwood, well, they're now seniors. They were freshmen in 2008, the last time this team made it to a state championship. Contrast that with Galax, who comes in. You and I were talking before we got started here about how good Galax has been this year. This is their first state championship appearance in school history.
Well, Joe, and you have found some information that they do have a common opponent, if I'm not mistaken. And Galax did a great job with that common opponent, whereas the Greenwave did not fare as well.
I believe that school actually just hit me when you brought it up. Grayson High School, Clintwood losing 61-6, Galax beating that team 21-6. And we're getting ready to kick it to another break here. So once again, I'm Joe Deck. My partner Rob Harris. You're listening to the Game Day Broadcast Network, and we will be back with Single A Division I high school football and more pregame show after this.
When ice and rest aren't enough, it's time for you to call Robin O'Connor at Integrated Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy. Integrated Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy provides Loudon and Fairfax with the finest physical therapy around. Hundreds of high school athletes have trusted Integrated Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy to help them get back on the field. Don't let that injury go untreated. Call Integrated Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy today at 703-724-7474 or visit us online at integratedsportspt.com. It's where athletes go to get back in the game.
Finding a service center you can trust can be difficult, but not at Chantilly Auto Body. At Chantilly Auto Body, their word is their promise to you. For decades, they have been the most trusted service center in Northern Virginia. Come by and try Chantilly Auto Body. Family owned and operated. Chantilly Auto Body is the perfect place to get your next oil change. Their repair technicians are the area's most experienced, and their service is second to none. Chantilly Auto Body, located at 4530 Stonecroft Boulevard, Chantilly, Virginia. Your 100% satisfaction is their guarantee.
Been caught inside the 5, touchdown!
The Game Day Broadcast Network is your #1 destination to watch high school sports online with over 350 live sporting events produced each year. You can also relive all the biggest games on demand. Follow your favorite team with Game Day's exclusive articles, photo galleries, and television shows online at GameDayMagazine.com. Join the network today and make Game Day your home online. You'll never miss another big game. Visit the Game Day Broadcast Network on Facebook and like us today to receive breaking news, in-depth articles, and expanded coverage of high school sports in Northern Virginia. Facebook.com/Game Day Broadcast. Join the Game Day Nation today.
It's like my home away from home. And the great staff just makes you feel truly like a family.
I just love coming into work every day and seeing all the kids' smiling faces, how much they love it and how much the parents appreciate what we're doing for them. It's just such a fun place to work.
Every other job is just kind of boring. You're sitting there and it takes forever. Here you're having a lot of fun, you're smiling, you're laughing. 8 hours feels like 30 minutes and it's just a lot of fun.
Call Potomac Swim School at 703-726-2550 or visit them online at PotomacSwimSchool.com.
It's time for the Chantilly Auto Body Keys to Victory on the Chantilly Auto Body pregame show. Now let's rejoin the broadcast crew online at GameDayMagazine.com.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Salem, Virginia, here at the Chantilly Auto Body pregame show. Let's get these keys to victory with my partner, Rob Harris. Rob, let's talk about the Clintwood Greenwave first. What are they going to need to do to get a win here in the state championship game?
Well, first of all, they're going to have to be able to go to the big three, and Daly, Meade, and Turn are going to have to step up, and they're going to have to make big plays. That's the first key for them. They're going to have to control the line of scrimmage, and I like to talk a lot about the big pants. The big pants have going to have to control the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively. That's going to be a huge key for the Greenwave. And then the third thing, they're going to have to make sure that that 40 scheme causes all kinds of confusion for the quarterbacks and the special unit individuals, the key playmakers for the Galax High School. I tell you, it's going to have to be a team effort with using that 40 scheme today.
All right, and for Galax and the Maroon Tide, what are they going to have to do to claim their first state championship in school history?
Well, Galax is going to have to step up, and of course, they want to come power the ball downhill with their running game. That's the first thing they want to do. They're going to hit you in the mouth. Their line of scrimmage offensively with that offensive line, they're going to step up, and they want to come downhill and bring that power game. If they get the power game going, it's going to open up so many things for them offensively with their play-action passes and their quick hitters. So that's really, really important for Galax to be able to have a great power running game. Second thing, that 4-3 defense must allow the dynamic duo of Shalobi and Fisher to make plays from their linebacker spots. If that 4-3 can step up, and especially the front line with the big pants on the defensive line, they're going to do a great job today. And then the last thing is, of course, field position. And we talked about Deion George. He is a special teams important player for Galax, and I tell you, if he does the job in getting field position, it makes having to score on a short field a lot easier.
All right, let's talk about what these teams are doing statistically wise here. Clintwood first, the Greenwave, they're averaging 31 points a game on offense, allowing about 20 points a game actually when it comes to their defense. So they are pretty good margin there. Now you contrast that though with Galax, who is putting up 45.6 points a game and allowing just 10 points a game. So Galax definitely not used to playing close games this year, so it will be interesting to see here in a state championship game where you know both teams are very talented, which prevails there. Also, we should state that Clintwood, with their backup quarterback Dalton Daly as the starter, was hurt earlier in the playoffs. But Dalton has helped Clintwood get to this point. He's started the last two games, getting Clintwood here to the state championship game. So he has definitely had plenty of experience in clutch moments.
Well, Daly's had plenty of experience, and he's stepped up. I mean, this entire team has done a great job of getting to this point, championship day, and they have stepped up to the level where they're going to play a very, very tough Galax High School football team. The Maroon Tide is really rolling. They are very much capable of blowing this game out early if the Greenwave does not stay in it from a defensive concept standpoint, and they're going to have to control the football. The way you keep that offense off the field is you control it with your running game, and if the Greenwave can continue to make strides in getting the football down the field, they have a great shot here today.
All right, and something else for folks wondering the distance these two schools have to travel here, since this is a neutral site. Clintwood traveling 186 miles, which ends up being about a 3.5-hour drive from Clintwood here to Salem, Virginia. Galax only 88 miles, and they actually, I heard, did not stay in a hotel last night. They came from their own homes in their own beds here this morning, so we'll see if that has anything, if that plays an advantage. Some people like staying in their own home, staying in their own bed the night before something big like a state championship game. Clintwood did not have that luxury.
No, they didn't, but I tell you what, both sets of fans are here. We've got a packed house here for this championship game. What an outstanding venue to come here at Salem Stadium to play. And I tell you, I think both teams are fired up. They're ready to go. They've worked all year long to get to this point, so I'm not too sure where you sleep the night before really, really matters, Joe.
That's true. Both of these teams have worked very hard to get here. Hopefully the fans, it appears that they've had better luck finding the stadium than I did, as you can attest to that. You had to navigate me through the entire city of Salem.
Well, that was just a little bit. You wanted to see the whole city of Salem and make sure that, it's just a wonderful town, and you wanted to make sure that you absorb all of its wonderful attributes of Salem City.
Thank you. Thank you for bailing me out on that one. We also have games on the Game Day Broadcast Network. AA football in Lynchburg, Virginia today. That will be Brookville versus James Monroe at noon. Also at noon, we have South County and Phoebus, and I believe that one is in Charlottesville. That start time is 12:07. Also a reminder, after this game is done at 4:30 here in Salem, Virginia, we will have Goochland and Gretna The AA game in Lynchburg at 4:30 will be the Briarwoods Falcons and the Christiansburg Blue Demons, who Rob and I had the privilege to watch last weekend. And AAA at Scott Stadium at 4:07 is supposed to be Oscar Smith and Centerville in the AAA state championship. Both teams getting ready to come out now. And, folks, we have a great one on hand here. As Rob said, both fan bases traveling well. We have packed seats, just a few seats left on the Clintwood side, and I can see, pockets of empty seats here on the Galax side, but not many. So both fan bases ready to root their team on to a state title here on Saturday afternoon. Galax's team, of course, as Rob brought out, led by Austin Pack at the quarterback position. He has 19 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. And you might be saying, that's a great ratio there. Something else to keep in mind here for this Galax defense, it is only allowing 10 points a game. They also have a turnover differential of 23, plus 23. So a team that loves to take away the ball. And when you see the scores, if you're looking through Galax scores here, that's understandable. They win by a comfortable margin most weeks, and that plus 23 turnover differential will definitely help in that.
Well, they get after you. They get after you from a defensive perspective, and you're going to really have to control and protect the football when you're playing against Galax because they are coming after you. And what happens is, because they're so opportunistic like that, they give themselves and their offense a short field. And when you're giving your offense a short field like that, you're able to put up points. And then you continue to put the pressure on the defensive side of things because you're continuing to keep the opponent's defense on the field. And when you get tired out there playing as much as you play and as hard as you play on defense when you're going against this Galax football team.
Absolutely. And here the team's getting ready to come out now. Clintwood's team walking out of their locker room here at Willis White Field and Salem Stadium. Home of the Salem Spartans football team, AA football team here. And now the Galax Maroon Tide is being introduced as they're walking out of their locker room. Crowd on their feet, as well as the Clintwood side across from us.
I tell you, Joe, when they talk about the Maroon Wave, we've got a Maroon Wave going on down here on this side. I tell you, they're wearing a lot of maroon, and they're really excited about their team being here. And you can see a swarm of green for the Green Wave. So we've got the Green Wave and the Maroon Tide. We're rolling today.
And that's the question. I mean, which one's going to prevail here? Both of these teams very talented, worked very hard to get here. As I've said, Clintwood looking for their 4th state championship. Galax, this being their 1st state championship, would love to win it. We're going to be back with more and more high school football here on the Game Day Broadcast Network.
For most high school graduates, college is the next important passageway to a successful adulthood. Unfortunately, many high school students miss their opportunity to attend a college of their choice due to planning and poor grades. College Vision offers college admissions coaching services, academic programs, and mentorship to students starting as early as the 7th grade. Our college admissions success model serves as the framework for how we help students gain admission to their best fit colleges and universities. Our college admissions coaches work hand in hand with students and parents to prepare the student both personally and academically to establish routines, habits, and skills necessary for college admissions and success in college. To learn more, visit mycollegevision.com or call 703-431-7977. That's mycollegevision.com and 703-431-7977.
Finding a service center you can trust can be difficult, but not at Chantilly Auto Body. At Chantilly Auto Body, their word is their promise to you. For decades, they have been the most trusted service center in Northern Virginia. Come by and try Chantilly Auto Body. Family owned and operated. Chantilly Auto Body is the perfect place to get your next oil change. Their repair technicians are the area's most experienced, and their service is second to none. Chantilly Auto Body, located at 4530 Stonecroft Boulevard, Chantilly, Virginia. Your 100% satisfaction is their guarantee.
When ice and rest aren't enough, it's time for you to call Robin O'Connor at Integrated Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy. Integrated Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy provides Loudon and Fairfax with the finest physical therapy around. Hundreds of high school athletes have trusted Integrated Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy to help them get back on the field. Don't let that injury go untreated. Call Integrated Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy today at 703-724-7474 or visit us online at integratedsportspt.com. It's where athletes go to get back in the game.
Finding a service center you can trust can be difficult, but not at Chantilly Auto Body. At Chantilly Auto Body, their word is their promise to you. For decades, they have been the most trusted service center in Northern Virginia. Come by and try Chantilly Auto Body. Family owned and operated. Chantilly Auto Body is the perfect place to get your next oil change. Their repair technicians are the area's most experienced, and their service is second to none. Chantilly Auto Body, located at 4530 Stonecroft Boulevard, Chantilly, Virginia. Your 100% satisfaction is their guarantee.
The 15, still on his feet at the 10. He's dancing at the 5 and into the end zone.
The countdown has begun. Do you believe? Do you believe? Let the party begin. How do you like me now?
For the 28th straight game, the Broad Run Spartans are state champions, and they did it in 2009, just like in 2008, with perfection.
The Briarwoods Falcons are the 2010 Virginia State Football Champions. Fly high, Falcons, fly high.
Back to pass. Throws it across the way. Picked off. Bobo Bethard galloping toward the end zone. Touchdown. Book it. And that's it. The team that nobody picked, that nobody said could do it. The Cinderella story has done it. Phoebus has done it again. They are in Division 5 state champs, and the champ is still standing.
The VHSL Football State Championships are powered by the Game Day Broadcast Network, the official online broadcast partner of the Virginia High School League. The VHSL Football State Championships are presented by Chantilly Auto Body. If you wreck it, they'll fix it. Manhattan Pizza, now serving Ashburn, South Riding, and Leesburg with the best dang pizza in the world. Integrated Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy. Get back in the game of life, the game on the field. Now, let's join the broadcast crew worldwide online at GameDayMagazine.com.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back here to Salem Stadium in Salem, Virginia. Here at the site of the Single A Division I State Championship game between the Clintwood Greenwave and the Galax Maroon Tide. We've just done the coin toss. Clintwood won that coin toss. They elected to defer, and Galax will receive. So this Maroon Tide offense that we talked about, led by Austin Pack and Deion George, we will get to see that offense first, and Clintwood's defense and the 46 defense is going to have their work cut out for them.
Yeah, they really are. You're right. And I tell you, looking at the way that this game could shape up, if Galax gets out to a big lead or has a big drive, it's going to be very, very important that the Greenwave come back and answer, because Galax is used to rolling points, and they're going to be opportunistic. And as you and I have talked about, Joe, if the Greenwave does not step up and answer scores, it can weigh on a football team. And so they're going to have to be prepared. So it's interesting that they decided to go on defense first, and they want to make sure that they set the tone from a defensive perspective.
Describe the scene here for you. Clintwood wearing the white jerseys, green numbers, green helmets. Clintwood in green across the top of those jerseys, and they're wearing white pants. The Galax Maroon Tide, maroon helmets, maroon jerseys, white numbers, white pants with a double maroon stripe down the sides. The field has VHSL on both ends of the field at the 35-yard line. The Stag Bowl, the Division III National Championship game also hosted in Salem, is represented at midfield. We are lined up for the kickoff here, and we are almost ready to get Division I Single A state championship action underway. Here is the kick, and it is away. The kick by number 11, Gavin Mead, will go into the end zone for a touchback. So quite a kick there by Clintwood to get this thing started.
Yeah, hey, great job right there. That's the way you keep it out of the hands of Deion George. Just go ahead and kick it out of the end zone. You know, Joe, and we have to give credit where credit is due today. We want to make sure that we give props to our girl Erin McCoy, who's out there videotaping and keeping our eyes on top, and of course Tim Blank, our producer.
Absolutely. Without them, this would not be possible. Galax going to start it up the middle on a run play there. Not much, though, for Jordan Vaughn, as he gets maybe a yard or two. Well, it appears they're going to give him 3 yards, so 2nd and 7 here for Galax.
Well, you know, it's just like we talked about. They're going to come out and try to power you. Galax is going to power you with Vaughn. He's going to get the bulk of the carries.
And this time it goes to Vaughn to the outside. He's going to have a first down this time out to the left side. Galax coach wants a flag there on the sideline for a late hit, but he's not going to get one. But it is a first down across the 30-yard line for Vaughn and the Maroon Tide.
Great job right there. 2 running plays, gain about 12 yards, and they're doing a great job. The big pants up front, they're starting to establish themselves already early in this football game.
So Vaughn already has a couple 12 yards rushing as from the 31, it's a handoff to Vaughn again up the middle. He barrels across the 40 to another first down at the 42-yard line. So Galax moving the ball here early on.
You know, Galax is a little quicker in their terms of their tempo. If we notice here, Joe, they get up to the line of scrimmage right now. The quarterback gets the play. He comes in, expresses everything to the rest of the offensive crew, and then they get on with their play. And they're running a little bit of a stretch play here with the running back, and it's really causing the Greenwave some problems.
Hand off to Vaughn again up the middle. The ball comes out. Clintwood says they have it, and the referees agree. First down, Greenwave.
It almost looked like that ball popped right out right before he hit the ground. I tell you, that's a big play for the Greenwave, because Galax was starting to move that football on the ground.
And that turnover will set Clintwood up with the ball at the 43-yard line of Galax. So great field position for the Greenwave. And we'll see what this offense can do, led by their backup quarterback, Dalton Daly. The sophomore, he's under center. Clintwood coming out in the I formation. Handoff to Gavin Mead, who's headed out to the left side now. He's got a first down. He's out across the 30, the 25, and the 20. He cuts it back inside, 15-10. Still on his feet, and they finally call him out of bounds. We'll see where they mark it. At about the 6-yard line, I think, or they're going to walk up. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 20 now. But a great run by Gavin Mead, and a huge play for Clintwood on their first offensive play.
A third of that trio that we talked about, Joe. Gavin Mead right there on an inside trap play. He actually bounces it to the outside and gets up the sideline. Great play by Gavin, and I tell you, they're looking to put the pressure on Galax right now in Galax's territory.
Now for Clintwood, they have an I formation here on 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Handoff up the middle goes to Mead again. He's going to dive ahead near the 15-yard line, so about a 5-yard gain there, making it 2nd and 5 for Clintwood.
5-yard gain right there, and it looked like Galax had that thing stopped right there in the hole. Mead continues to just go ahead and kind of just jumps right over top of the little pile right there and picks up 5 yards.
So 2nd and 5 from the 15-yard line for Clintwood in the Greenwave offense. This drive started at the 43-yard line after a Galax fumble. 2 receivers to the right side of the formation here as they are in I again. Mead takes the handoff, heading to the left side, but Galax is ready for him this time. Just a gain of 1. That will make it 3rd and 4 for Clintwood.
Right there, just a little student body left, actually, just a sweep left. Galax did a great job of getting to the football, giving a very short gain.
So 3rd and 4 for Clintwood from the 14-yard line. We have just gone under the 10-minute mark here in the first quarter. If you're just joining us, Galax started with the ball, had a couple nice runs, but then a fumble by their tailback. Jordan Vaughn left the Clintwood offense starting at the 43-yard line. Handoff to Meade again here on 3rd and 4, but he was stopped in the backfield as the Galax Maroon Tide, led by the man who fumbled, Jordan Vaughn there, the linebacker, bringing him down the backfield.
Great job right there by Vaughn. And there was a little counter action in the backfield to try to get those linebackers to sway. But Vaughn wasn't having any of that and ended up getting penetration into the backfield for a loss of a couple of yards.
4th and 5 from the 15. Clintwood will be going for it here. Daly under center in the I formation still. Tied into the right as well as his 2 receivers. Daly will drop back and throw his first pass. It is almost intercepted. Went off his receiver's hand straight into the defensive back for Galax, number 18, Dante Peoples. He's not able to bring it in, but it will be a turnover on downs, and the Maroon Tide will take over from their own 15.
Well, he was going to his other big-time wide receiver right there, Austin Turner, who we talked about in the pregame show. And it looked like that pass was a little bit off, and it almost looked as though Dalton Daly was expecting Turner to go ahead and continue inside, and he's just a little bit off the mark.
Galax running the ball now to their left. A solid run there. That is not Vaughn that time, though. That is Stephen Peoples, the other tailback here for Galax. And he's going to get to the 19-yard line, a gain of 4 on the play.
Just a toss sweep right there to the left side of the formation. Gets a good gain right there, about 4 or 5 yards. I tell you, this Galax team runs the ball very, very hard. We talked about their power game, and they're bringing it out right away.
Hand off to Peoples again. And this time he's going to be stopped after about a gain of 2. He appears to be marked at the 21-yard line, which will make it a 3rd and 4 for the Maroon Tide.
Robbie Mullins right there with a great stick against Peoples. Robbie Mullins is bringing all of his 205 pounds and 5'10" frame, and he got a good stick right there on Peoples.
3rd and 4 for Galax. Quarterback Austin Pack under center. He's got 1 man in the backfield, and that man is Vaughn. He's got Peoples now moving to the left side of the formation. He's got 2 receivers. Peoples moving to the right side of the formation. And that's where he's going with the ball, but cannot bring it in. Is Stephen Peoples hit him right in the hands there. That would have been a 1st down, but the drop pass brings up a 4th down situation. We'll see what Galax does deep in their own territory here, just outside their own 20.
I tell you what, that was a great pitch and catch right there. Peoples has got to come up with that rock. Hit him right in the hands. I think he was a little excited because I think he was going to try to he knew he had a one-on-one move out there. He probably wanted to go ahead and turn and make a move and try to get up the football field. You got to secure that ball first before you do anything.
The snap rolling on the ground to the punter. He is able to pick it up and get it away, though. Ball bounces near midfield and will be downed at the Clintwood 49-yard line. So Clintwood, once again, great field position here, as they will take over from their own 49 with 7:34 left here in the first quarter. This will be the Greenwave's 2nd drive of the game, as Galax so far unsuccessful on their 2 drives up to this point.
Well, you know, I thought that the Clintwood Greenwave did a great job right there moving the football. They had a couple of few good runs, a little miscommunication in terms of Daly's pass to his main receiver, Austin Dotson. But I tell you, I thought they did a great job of running the football on their 1st drive.
And Clintwood in the I formation, man in motion going left to right. Handoff now. He bounces off a tackler, still on his feet. Good job there, as that was number 12, Robbie Mullins, who avoided being tackled for a loss and will dive ahead for about a 3-yard gain on the play. 2nd and 7 for the Green Wave.
2-way player right there, Robbie Mullins. We just saw him make a big hit on Peoples into the hole as a linebacker. Now he comes back and he gets hit again from a running back's perspective, keeps those legs churning and yearning, and he picks up a good 3 yards.
So 2nd and 7 from the Galax 48 now. Robbie Mullins still in the backfield for the Green Wave, and he will get the ball up the middle. He goes. However, this time he's going to be tackled after a 2-yard gain, tackled at the 46-yard line.
Hey, Joe, I can tell you what I'm seeing right now. Both of these offensive lines do a very, very good job of holding their blocks and making sure that they get penetration up the football field. even though that was a very minimum gain of 2 yards, it leaves the Green Wave with a 2nd and 5. Even on the flip side with Galax, it's the same situation. They're getting positive yardage on 1st and 2nd down.
So a 3rd and 5 for Clintwood. Hand off to Mullins again, and he will be stopped for no gain. As it appears Clintwood has made up their mind, they are going to run the ball consistently today. That one, though, no gain, so that will mean 4th and 5. And Galax will bring out the punting unit. Clintwood will bring out the punting unit. And punting, the quarterback, Dalton Daly. Galax has 2 return men, 1 to the left and 1 to the right. Daly will punt it off to the left side. That ball will bounce inside the 20, roll inside the 10, and a great punt will pin Galax back at their own 6-yard line. So Clintwood definitely winning field position right now.
They're winning the field position battle. That was a great job right there. And I do believe Dalton Daly ended up punting that ball, who was also the quarterback, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right, Joe? Am I right
yes,
with
that is.
And you know, hey, Joe, something I saw there, before Daly had punted that ball, the whole left side of the Galax defense had went on for a punt return. We might, if those coaches saw that up in the booth, we might see some time of a fake at some point in time in this game.
So Galax starting from their own 6-yard line now will take the handoff. Quarterback Pack drop back, looking to throw the ball. He's got his man, and it's going to be complete. He's got his man, number 9, Jacob Fisher, and he is going to get a huge gain as that ball goes all the way out to their own 43 now. A huge pass play for the Galax Maroon Tide.
Well, Chandler York was on Fisher one-on-one, and Fisher just blew right by him. That ball was actually underthrown a little bit. If Austin Pack could have gotten that ball out there further, that would have been a touchdown all the way.
1st and 10 now for Galax at their own 43-yard line after the huge pass play. Now Austin Pack dropping back. He wants to throw it again. This time he's hitting his man, number 8, Deion George, who we talked about in the pregame. That pass is good for about a 4 or 5 yard gain. We'll put them at the 47, so 2nd and 6 for Galax.
I like the way the Green Wave galvanized to get that tackle, because you're leaving Deion George out there one-on-one, and he is explosive. If he breaks that tackle, he can go ahead and break that one all the way to the house. So great job right there by the Green Wave to get out there and galvanize on that tackle on George.
Pack takes a snap. Now he's going to pitch it to Vaughn, who's heading around the left side of the formation. He's across midfield, the 45, now the 40, the 35 before he's blocked down by number 5. We do not have a number 5 in our program, so we apologize for that. Actually, we do. I'm sorry. Austin Turner for Clintwood in the Green Wave, bringing him down at the 33-yard line. 1st down, Maroon Tide.
Toss left right there for Jordan. And he did a great job, and he got to the edge, and he saw that he had a cut-butt lane and cut that ball back for an additional 15, 20 yards. Great vision right there by Jordan.
And now Pack dropping back again. He's going to throw this one, knocked down at the line, incomplete. Will be 2nd and 10 for Galax.
And I got to tell you, Joe, you look up at the top, and you see that the Green Wave has a double team out there on Deion George. So what's going to end up happening is it's going to open up some opportunities for some other skill positions to step up and make some plays.
2nd and 10 from the Clintwood 33. 4:25 left here in the opening quarter of the state championship game. They're in the I formation. The handoff to Vaughn, going up the middle now on the left side. He's got a 1st down, tackled at the 21-yard line as the Maroon Tide approaching the red zone for the first time today.
I tell you what, I like this kid Vaughn. This kid Vaughn gets up in the hole quickly. He powers the ball downhill, and when he hits you, he leans forward. He's always gaining yardage. It's a big pickup right there.
1st and 10 for Galax at the 21-yard line. Jordan Vaughn, not the man in the backfield now, as it's Stephen Peoples. We're now ready for play. The snap, Stephen Peoples was the lone back. They hand it to him. He's headed around the left side, across the 10, the 5, and he is in for the score. Touchdown, Maroon Tide, and Stephen Peoples.
right there, just a basic pitch left again. It's obviously that the coaching staff sees something on this left side of their formation. And I tell you, they did a great job of sealing the edge. Peoples gets around the corner, and then all of a sudden just turns his shoulders up the football field and outruns the rest of the Green Wave.
And Galax lining up for the PAT now is number 12, Elijah Brady, is on to kick the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. So the Galax Maroon Tide take a 7-0 lead here over the Clintwood Green Wave in the Division I Single A State Championship here in Salem. I'm Joe Deck. My partner Rob Harris will be back with more after this.
For most families, the college admissions planning process is complicated, time-consuming, and confusing. Most families neglect to start this process soon enough. Students and parents need to start planning for college no later than the 8th or 9th grade. College Vision offers college admissions consulting services, academic programs, and mentorship to students starting as early as the 7th grade. To start your College Vision, visit mycollegevision.com or call 703-431-7977.
The Game Day Broadcast Network is proud to present the championships live worldwide online at GameDayMagazine.com. Today's exclusive broadcast is brought to you by Chantilly Auto Body. If you wreck it, they'll fix it. Now let's join the broadcast crew live online at GameDayMagazine.com.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. I'm Joe Deck. My partner Rob Harris. We're here in Salem, Virginia at the Division I Single A State Championships. Galax kicks it off. The ball bounces inside the 20, does not go out of bounds. Good job by Clintwood's number. Let's try to catch the number here. Number 29, who we actually do not have in our program. I'm 100% certain of at this time. But a good job by him to recover that and not allow Galax to get an onside kick, more or less, at the 27-yard line.
That was kind of a tricky little kickoff right there. The ball actually bounced inside the field of play. I thought it was going to actually go out of bounds, but it took a really tricky bounce right there, stayed in the field of play, and it was a great job by that up back to step up and get the football before Galax jumped on it.
So Clintwood starting from their own 27 in an offset I formation. Pitch to me to the left side, and he is stopped in the backfield by Vaughn and a host of other Maroon Tide defenders, as well as number 63, Glenn Dixon the second.
I tell you what, Galax right there got a lot of good penetration on that toss sweep, and there was nowhere for them to go. And so, therefore, Dixon gets into the backfield and gets a big stick. That was a great job by that defensive front of Galax.
So a 2nd and 13 now. Galax leading this one 7-0 after a 21-yard run by Stephen Peoples just a few moments ago. Now Clintwood dropping back for their second pass of the game. This one is intercepted by Stephen Peoples. He's going to take this one back. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, pick six, and the Galax Maroon Tide, led by Stephen Peoples, have scored 2 touchdowns in under a minute.
We talked about the ability of this Galax team to get takeaways. And you mentioned it in the pregame show, Joe, how they are just unbelievable with their turnover ratio. And they did a great job right there. And what they basically did was they knew that the slant pass was going to come. And they were looking to go to, once again, the big wide receiver, for the Green Wave. They wanted to go ahead and hit the wide receiver in the backfield, and instead what happens is they get a pickle.
And the extra point is good. It's 14-0 now. The Galax Maroon Tide off to a hot start here with 3:14 left in the first. I'm Joe Deck. My partner Rob Harris will be back with more after this.
Finding a service center you can trust can be difficult, but not at Chantilly Auto Body. At Chantilly Auto Body, their word is their promise to you. For decades, they have been the most trusted service center in Northern Virginia. Come by and try Chantilly Auto Body. Family owned and operated. Chantilly Auto Body is the perfect place to get your next oil change. Their repair technicians are the area's most experienced, and their service is second to none. Chantilly Auto Body, located at 4530 Stonecroft Boulevard, Chantilly, Virginia. Your 100% satisfaction is their guarantee.
The VHSL Football State Championships are powered by the Game Day Broadcast Network, the official online broadcast partner of the Virginia High School League. Become a Game Day MVP.
And Clintwood back to return another kick. This one taken at about the 21-yard line. The return man, number 11, Gavin Mead, he will get out to the 29-yard line before he is finally brought down. And that's where Clintwood will start. But now, Rob, Clintwood gives up a touchdown defensively, gets the ball, and then throws a pick six to the same man who scored moments ago, Stephen Peoples. He's having himself a game here.
Well, Joe, I want to go back to that play again because we were rushing to get to a break. But I want to go back to that play. Dalton Daly was looking at a coverage in which Peebles steps over from his linebacker position because they know that they want to throw that ball to Austin Turner.
Well, now it's a handoff to the fullback, and that's good for a 5-yard run there as the fullback, number 12, Robbie Mullins, does a great job getting 5 yards.
Great job right there by Mullins, and a little cross-buck action right there in the backfield where they fake the ball out for the pitch, bring the fullback back inside, and he jumps up and he gets about 5 yards. And we talked about this too, Joe. The Green Wave has got to set up an answer. The answer's got to start coming right now, whether it's a field goal or whether it is a touchdown. They're going to have to start answering these scores.
Actually, I need to correct myself. That was number 13, Austin Dotson. That was the fullback on that play. This handoff, though, going to Mead to the right side. He's going to be tackled at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard on the play, so 3rd and 3 for Clintwood.
Right now, the 4-3 right now for Galax is really doing a great job. And we talked about Shalobi and we talked about Fisher, and those linebackers are getting to the ball. And then you've got playmakers in the backfield with Peoples, who's also a linebacker. They're starting to galvanize and shut down this running game. And it's very important. They're going to try to make the Green Wave one-dimensional. So after coming back after that pass play for a pick six, I'm curious to see right now what the Green Wave is going to do.
Here on a 3rd and 3 from their own 36, offset I formation. They'll fake it to Mead. Busted play as the quarterback didn't know what to do with it then as Dalton Daly goes down in the backfield. It will be 4th and 5 for the Green Wave.
What they were going to do was they were going to run that same play where they did the cross-buck action, the fake pitch out, and give it to the fullback. This time they were going to run it to the left side. Instead, the fullback went the wrong way, did not come across to get the handoff. Quarterback had to eat it. Forces a punt.
And now Dalton Daly back to punt for this Clintwood Green Wave team. He had a pretty nice punt his first time. And this one's going to be another good punt by Dalton Daly. So he gets it away. It will bounce at about the 25. Roll inside the 20. Will not be picked up. Inside the 10. Inside the 5. Rolling all the way down to about the 2-yard line. 1.5-yard line to be exact. And that's where Galax will take over. So this is going to be a theme for you. You don't like when returners let that ball roll, and that's why.
You know, that's right. I like it when they try to get in front of it, even if it's just to get in front of it to stop the momentum of the football, to save that field position. That's really, really important, especially in a game like this where field position is critical. We talked about special teams and field position. This is one of those situations where now the Green Wave has got to step up and stop Galax right here.
So the ball spotted at their own 2. Galax in a single back formation. Now we have a flag.
And we've got a one-on-one, Joe, at the very, very top. And it's a possibility that they may run a hitch and go here because they have the opportunity with their main player, Deion George, who's an exceptional skills position player at the very top with a one-on-one.
We now have our first penalty of the game as it's on Clintwood for offsides. That will give Galax 5 yards, making a 1st and 5 now from their own 7-yard line. We'll see what Galax elects to do now. You mentioned that the Clintwood Green Wave like to run that 46 defense, and because of that, that means they have man-on-man, and Galax will lose the ball on a pitch play, but they will fall back on it as Austin Pack. So good job by Pack getting back on that. But the ball all the way back at the original line of scrimmage, a loss of 5.
It looked like that timing on that play with Pack was just really off right from the start. So great job by Pack to get on the football right away because that would have been a huge turnover for the Green Wave. So now they're looking at, I do believe, what is it, 2nd and 10, that 5 yards they got from the penalty they just gave back to the Green Wave.
And now we have a timeout by Galax as their coach wants to talk it over here on a 2nd and 10. And, you know, I said the Clintwood likes to run that 40 defense, means a lot of man coverage. We'll see if they elect to do that, though. They are trapped at their own 2-yard line. Some scores from around the state here in state championship Saturday. The Brookville Bees with a 17-0 lead over James Monroe in the Division III AA championship in Lynchburg. And Phoebus currently holding a 3-0 lead over South County, also in the first quarter with about 6 minutes to go in the AAA state championship. And of course here, with about 15 seconds left in our first quarter, the Galax Maroon Tide lead 14-0 over the Clintwood Greenwave.
Well, right now, I'll tell you, Galax is on the 2-yard line. And we saw before when they were backed up like this where they went deep out of a play-action pass. It wouldn't shock me if they decided to try to do that again. And this time, where we have not called Deion George's name for as really making a huge play. But as I can see, the Greenwave has a double team out there on George.
Yes, the one deep pass that Galax did have was to the other receiver, Jacob Fisher, number 9. That pass was almost a 40-yard completion. They will throw it here on 2nd and 10, and they will go to number 9, Jacob Fisher. That pass is caught about the 10-yard line, marked at the 11. Very close to a first down. Will be 3rd and 1 for Galax.
That's a big pickup right there. Now it gives them 3rd and manageable, where they now can go ahead and pound that rock with one of their big-time running backs, Jordan Vaughn.
That's the end of the first quarter. Galax leading this one over the Clintwood Greenwave, 14-0. We'll be back with the second quarter here from Salem, Virginia, at the Single A Division I State Championship game on the Game Day Broadcast Network.
The Game Day Broadcast Network is your #1 destination to watch high school sports online, with over 350 live sporting events produced each year. You can also relive all the biggest games on demand. Follow your favorite team with Game Day's exclusive articles, photo galleries, and television shows online at GameDayMagazine.com. Join the network today and make Game Day your home online. You'll never miss another big game. Tonight's exclusive broadcast is brought to you in part by Diamond Sports Training. Train with DST Performance today. Now, let's join the Game Day broadcast crew live and worldwide online at GameDayMagazine.com.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back here starting the second quarter here in Salem, Virginia at the Single A Division I State Championship. Galax set up on a 3rd and 1 at their own 11-yard line, as while Galax is winning on the scoreboard, Clintwood has done a pretty good job for the most part, at least making the Maroon Tide have to work the field to get their points.
Well, it all comes back where the Maroon Tide really has had relatively good field position. They've had one big drive where they got down in there and they threw the ball deep, and that was a great drive for a touchdown, and then they got the pick 6 as well.
And here on 3rd and 1, they will not run the ball. They will throw a pass out to Jacob Fisher. That pass is caught at the 16-yard line. He is brought down there at the 17-yard line, as he gets another yard. First down, Galax, as Jacob Fisher looking like the main man today from Austin Pack.
Well, you have to when they got a double team out here on our key player, Deion George. But I've got to tell you, that was a very, very dangerous pass by Austin Pack. There was a lot of traffic in that area.
And a handoff now to Stephen Peoples as he's going to the left side. He's out across the 20. We have a flag come in late. Might be a face mask here. He's brought down at the 22-yard line. So a 6-yard run there by Peoples. He has the touchdown for Galax on the ground.
You are right, Joe. That's a face mask. It's going to add an additional yardage to that run.
So with that penalty, that will move the ball to the appears to be incidental face mask, only the 5-yard variety. That is still around here in high VHSL rules. But that will move the ball to the 27, so another 5 yards there for Galax, making it a 1st and 10 now from their own 27.
And that Galax offensive line has done a great job right here. They're still moving the ball 4 to 5 yards a clip.
And now Austin Pack dropping back to pass. He's under pressure. He's going to let it go now, looking for Deion George. He tips it up to avoid an interception. It's going to be incomplete. We have a flag down. We'll see what the penalty is. It looked to me, if anything, offensive pass interference because the receiver was riding up on the defender.
I think you're right on that one. You can see the Greenwave pointing back at the Galax side. So I think that was offensive pass interference.
It is offensive pass interference.
What shocks me a little bit about that, though, is that I thought George had an opportunity to go up over the top and get that football. And it's almost like as he was running, he wanted to try to knock it away from the defender, which is what he was supposed to do. But I thought he could have made a play on that football to go up at its highest point and go ahead and get that. He has a size advantage. He has the ability and the athletic ability to do that. He should have went on and tried to go make a play for that football.
Well, that penalty will move them way back inside their own 15 at the 14-yard line, which will make this a 2nd and long situation for the Maroon Tide.
Look for the screen here, Joe. They were in that practice and that at the warm-up. Look for the screen here.
Now the ball, referees blow the whistle. They want to make sure they have
official timeout.
Everything set here. Now they're ready for play. 2nd and 20 here for Galax. Single back formation. Peoples is the tailback. They will do play action here. Austin Pack rolling to his right, still looking. He's under pressure, and he's going to get sacked on the play by number 13, Austin Dodson. As that time, Pack just held on to the ball too long.
The Greenwave has done a very, very good job on Dion George. They really have. That time, Pack rolled out to his right-hand side, and he was looking to get George on a comeback pattern. Unfortunately, the Greenwave has really done a great job of double-teaming him, taking him away. So, I tell you, the Maroon Tide is going to have to step up and figure out another way to get their playmaker the football, whether that's put him in motion, whether that's put him in the slot. But you're going to have to do a better job of getting George in favorable situations.
3rd and 25 now for Galax. Pack dropping back to pass. He's going to let it go, looking for Jacob Fisher. Goes over the defenders, but unfortunately over Fisher's head as well. Incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I got to tell you what. Woo! What a block right there in the backfield by Stephen Peoples. The Greenwave had a blitz on. They were coming through the gap, and Peoples steps up and delivers a blow to help support his quarterback on that throw. An errant throw a little bit, overthrew his target wide receiver. But I tell you, what a great job right there, blitz pickup by Peoples.
Number 5, Austin Hunter.
And Galax lining up for the punt now. Punt is low again, but the punt is up. It's a good punt. Will bounce at the 45 and go out of bounds at the 49-yard line. So Clintwood starting in Galax territory now at the Galax 49 with 10-11 left here in the first half.
Okay. Now the Greenwave's got some good field position. Maybe they can step up and start getting some action going in the backfield a little bit more. We have seen a little fake toss, bring the fullback back across, hit him with that a little bit. I think they used to call that the counter tray back when the Washington Redskins kind of used to run it something similar, where you're bringing some offensive linemen around the block. But they need to get some type of momentum going right here on this drive.
Well, Clintwood out for their first drive of the second quarter here. In the first quarter, they only managed 35 yards on the ground, 0 through the air. This handoff to Gavin Meade will be only good for 1 up the middle, and that will put them at the Galax 48, 2nd and 9.
Well, right now, we talked about this earlier, Joe, Galax is doing a very, very good job of starting to shut down this running game. So the Greenwave is going to have to start opening it up just a little bit, maybe with some quick hitters, some screens, things of that nature. We did see where they tried to throw that slant pattern, and it did get for a pick 6, but right now they may have to open it up just a little bit.
2nd and 9 for the Greenwave. Play action. Quarterback's dropping back for just the 3rd pass of the game. Hit his man, Austin Dodson, but the ball was separated from Dodson by number 33, Jordan Vaughn, who brought the boom on that one.
Vaughn brought the boom on that one on Dodson. The pass was a tad bit high, just a little bit high, and a lot of traffic right there. But that's a pass completion that you got to make. Great job right there by Galax defense to jar the ball away.
So now it will be a 3rd and 9 from the Galax 48-yard line. That is just the 3rd pass of the game from Clintwood so far. They're in the I formation here on 3rd and 9. One receiver to either side of the formation. Play action again to Meade. Daly lets it fly. He's got his man, but it's knocked down. Great pass coverage by number 1, Devontae McKinney. of the Maroon Tide, as he was looking for number 29, who we don't have in our program. We apologize. But that was number 29 for Clintwood. That was the intended receivers. That pass was knocked away.
I tell you what, that was a great job right there by Daly, though. The pass was on the money, and a great job by the DB. The DB knocks it away. Outstanding play by the defensive back. And I thought, and that was McKinney right there to knock that ball away. It was just good plays on both parts right there. And unfortunately for the Greenwave, they came away with not being able to advance the football down the football field.
Daly's punt this time hits a Galax player. It's a fumble, touchdown. Clintwood, now they're going to blow it dead.
That's considered a muff, I do believe. It goes down right there where he picked it up. But it is going to be the Greenwave's football.
Ball will be started at the 13-yard line. First down 10, Clintwood.
And Clintwood will get the ball. So you are right. The ball hit a blocker, number 63 of Galax, that being Glenn Dixon. The ball hits him and recovered by number 12, I believe, was the number Robbie Mullins of the Greenwave at the 13-yard line. So a huge play for Clintwood. Puts them in the red zone for the second time today.
Well, just a little, unfortunately, right there for Galax, where Dixon did not see the football bounce and then hits him right off the leg. And a great job by that Greenwave to pounce on the football right there. And now they're sitting in great field position.
So a handoff goes to Mullins. He's going up the middle of the field. First down across the 10-yard line, down to the 6. Excuse me, that was number 13, Austin Dotson, the fullback. Great run there, though, by Clintwood. First and goal now at the 6.
Great job right there by Mullins to hit the hole very, very hard. He got up inside, and I tell you, I like the fact that they come back with the off-tackle play right there, and they hit the hole hard, getting a great drive going, and there's a possibility right now for a score.
Daly under center here in an offset eye. He will pitch it. That run's going up the middle, 2-yard gain, and that was number 12, Robbie Mullins, to the 4-yard line. Second and goal now at the 4.
You know, Meade and Mullins get a bulk of the carries, but right now Mullins is really running that football very, very hard. He's getting major yardage. Even when he's getting first contact, he's still falling forward. Leaves him with second and goal right here. Possibility for the Greenwave to get back in this football game.
And still in that offset eye here on second and goal from the 4. Daly fakes the pitch to the tailback, hands it to the fullback, and he is in. Touchdown, Greenwave, number 13, Austin Dotson with the 4-yard run.
I like it. It was that fake pitch out to the right, bring the fullback back inside. Austin Dotson gets the ball, hits upside the hole, right off of his guard and his center. Great job. Powers the football in. Touchdown, Greenwave.
8:11 here in the first half left when that touchdown is scored. So right now we have 14-6 pending the PAT, though. And a great job there by Clintwood, taking advantage of the muff punt situation from Galax as they score. And now Clintwood getting ready for the extra point. Snap, hold is down. Kick is up, and it is good. 14-7. The Galax Maroon Tide lead it with 8:11 left here in the first half. I'm Joe Deck, my partner Rob Harris. We'll be back with more Single A State Championship action from Salem, Virginia on the Game Day Broadcast Network.
When ice and rest aren't enough, it's time for you to call Robin O'Connor at Integrated Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy. Integrated Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy provides Loudon and Fairfax with the finest physical therapy around. Hundreds of high school athletes have trusted Integrated Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy to help them get back on the field. Don't let that injury go untreated. Call Integrated Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy today at 703-724-7474 or visit us online at integratedsportspt.com. It's where athletes go to get back in the game.
Tonight's live scoreboard updates are brought to you by Potomac Swim School, proud supporter of high school athletics on the Game Day Broadcast Network. Follow the Potomac Swim School live scoreboard every Friday online at GameDayMagazine.com.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back here to Salem, Virginia at the Single A Division I State Championship. Clintwood just scoring, making this a 14-7 ball game. Give you your quick scoreboard update here. Brookville leading James Monroe 17-7 in the Division III AA Championship. In Division V AAA Championship, Phoebus still ahead 3-0 on South County. Clintwood now getting ready to kick off. Gave you the Clintwood first quarter stats. Might as well give you the Galax first quarter stats here. They had 76 yards on the ground and 50 through the air. That kick sails out of bounds, meaning a legal procedure will give Galax the ball in great field position. So not what Clintwood needed there. You had the momentum. Now that kick out of bounds gives the Maroon Tide good field position at the 35-yard line.
I think they may ask them to kick it back, kick it again. I don't think they're going to take the penalty. I think they're going to make them kick that ball again, mark it off. I do believe mark it back is what they're going to make them do, Joe.
So that backs them up 5 yards, and they're going to re-kick it. And if you're Galax, you talked about the coach wanting Deion George, his playmaker, to get the ball in his hands as much as possible. This is a great opportunity for that here on kickoffs.
Well, it looks like they're trying to kick the ball actually away from him, keeping it on the right-hand side, and then letting the coverage go down that way.
Kick is high in the air, will bounce inside the 30, and it's going to be recovered by Clintwood at the 41 as it kept rolling away from players. Clintwood, another huge special teams play here, will have the ball as number 1, Devontae McKinney, elected to let it bounce there at the 30-yard line.
And you know what? I noticed Timmy Gable, number 15 for the Maroon Tide, he got that ball lost in the sun a little bit because he could not locate it. And then when it hit the turf, once again, this turf has caused some really tricky bounces. That ball bounced back towards the Green Wave, and they pounced back on the football. Another situation where the Green Wave now could possibly tie this game with a great drive.
Deep pass from Clintwood here on the first play, knocked away. Great coverage there by Galax as he was looking for number 5, Austin Turner.
Austin Turner has been the main wide receiver. It's the one that Daly likes to go to. I thought he actually had him. He had him behind the defense right there, and the pass was a little short. Put a little bit more air underneath that ball and let his wide receiver, Turner, run underneath it. I thought he had a big play opportunity.
2nd and 10 here for Clintwood from the 41. They're going to fake the pitch to the tailback, give it to the fullback, Dotson. He's still up, and he will get a yard after being stood up by about 3 or 4 Galax Maroon Tide players, and I think that was just more of a pride thing there.
Yeah, it was a pride thing. I think they stopped his forward progress right there, so they only gave him 1 yard to right. But he continued to churn and yearn. But, that's one of those mental type of gamemanship inside the game where you're not going to bring me down. And Dotson just kept moving his feet, and that's just a mental thing where I'm stronger than you are. So we've got a lot of internal gamage going on inside the game, Joe.
3rd and 9 now. Play action for Clintwood. Daly looking. He's going to fire off the fingertips of his intended receiver, number 31, Nathaniel Mullins, the tight end. That will bring up 4th down from the Galax 40-yard line.
I don't know. This is tough to squander this kind of field position, but I think you almost punt this ball. I think you punt this ball and you pin Galax back inside of their 20-yard line because you've shown the ability to be able to stop them. So I think you punt this ball with 7:20 left to play, a lot of time in the half, have the ability to win the field position battle before the end of the half is over.
Well, Daly's punts have been downed inside the 10-yard line, or the last punt was muffed. That one almost blocked, and now we have a late flag coming in as the punter went down. The ball is going to be downed at the 12-yard line. Or excuse me, the 6-yard line. We'll see what the penalty is, whether it's running or roughing. It's going to be roughing the kicker, so that's a 15-yard penalty and a Clintwood first down as Galax elected to rush the punt, and the player diving for the ball missed and hit the punter.
Galax has had a few miscues here lately. Unfortunately, it had the muff punt. The punt runs right off of the leg of one of their return men. Now they come back with a roughing the kicker. It's just been a couple of miscues here, and they're letting the Green Wave get some momentum, and they're going to find themselves really in a pickle if you let the Green Wave continue to gain momentum, gain field position. I tell you, I know there are nerves out there in the state game, but they're going to have to start settling down a little bit.
So 1st and 10 from the 25 now for Clintwood. They're going to pitch it out to Gavin Mead. He is going to be wrestled in the backfield, though, by about 3 or 4 different Maroon Tide defenders. A loss of 2 on the play for Clintwood.
Jordan Vaughn did a great job of getting up the football field, creating penetration, making that ball cut right back into his boys, and the rest of the fellas galvanized and got the tackle. But the play was made by Jordan Vaughn right there.
So 2nd and 12 now from the Galax 27-yard line. See what Clintwood decides to do here. Full house backfield. They will give it to Mead, trying to go up the middle, but penetration from the outside as it looked to be number 36, Lawrence Parsons, for Galax, bringing him down at the line of scrimmage.
Lawrence Parsons did a great job that time of getting penetration in the backfield early. As I'm looking at this, Galax has decided we're not going to let you run the football. They're starting to creep those linebackers up, and at some point in time, Daly's going to have to sit in the pocket, be confident, set his feet, and let the rock go down the football field.
Well, Daly is 0 for 6 with an interception so far in this game with about 6 minutes to go here in the first half. But a 3rd and 12 faces the Clintwood Greenwave now as they're at the Galax 27-yard line. They're in the I formation. Play action. Daly fires over the middle. Almost caught, but a great play there by Galax as the defender, number 18, Dante Peoples, knocks it away, bringing up 4th and 12.
We've called the brother an awful lot, but this time Dante Peoples does a great job from his linebacker position, knocking that pass away. Once again, though, hey, Doug, I gotta tell you, I really thought that, unfortunately, Daly threw that ball a little short. I just thought he threw the ball a little short right there, Joe. I just don't understand it.
4th and 12. Clintwood's going to line up like they're going for it here. Daly was under center, takes the pass. He's hit his man, number 29, who is nameless in our programs, but he scores a touchdown.
But he's number 1 in our hearts. What a great job right there. And we just talked about, I just said it, Daly was a little short on his passes. That time, he sets in the pocket and he fired a rifle right into the slant pattern. Great job right there by Daly. And that's the type of throw that we are accustomed to seeing him make. And what a great job right there. Now they have an opportunity to kick the extra point and tie this game up. What a great job by the Greenwave.
So that is a huge play for Clintwood. This could be a tie game pending the PAT here. They're lining up for the extra point. Snap is good. Hold is down. Kick is up. And it is good. So, ladies and gentlemen, here at the Division I Single A State Championship, Clintwood has roared back to tie the game against the Galax Maroon Tide at 14. I'm Joe Deck, my partner Rob Harris. We'll be back with more on the Game Day Broadcast Network after this.
It's like my home away from home. And the great staff just makes you feel like truly like a family.
I just love coming into work every day and seeing all the kids' smiling faces, how much they love it and how much the parents appreciate what we're doing for them. It's just such a fun place to work.
Every other job is just kind of boring. You're sitting there and it takes forever. Here you're having a lot of fun, you're smiling, you're laughing. 8 hours feels like 30 minutes and it's just a lot of fun.
Call Potomac Swim School at 703-726-2550 or visit them online at potomacswimschool.com.
Tonight's exclusive broadcast is brought to you in part by Manhattan Pizza, serving the best dang pizza around. Now, let's join the Game Day broadcast crew live and worldwide online at GameDayMagazine.com.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Salem, Virginia, here at Salem Stadium for the Division I Single A State Championship. The Clintwood Greenwave fell behind early, 14 points, but they have roared back to tie this game. Kick taken at the 11. He's now returning it across the 30. There is a flag down. 40, 45, 50 now into Clintwood territory. Cutting it back across the field. Brought down at the 25. Multiple flags. We have a flag way back at their own 20. We have a flag at the Clintwood 45 and a flag at the Clintwood 25.
What a great job right there. I think that was Dante Peoples right there with that return. What a great job right there to end up hitting the seam, getting up the football field. He even had a little cutback right there, got held up. Unfortunately, I think it's all coming back, though.
Well, I think all three are going to be on Galax. They're going to decline the closest one. They're going to take the one all the way back there at the 20. That's where you want it. So that'll back them up to about their own 10-yard line. And that is exactly where they will take over. First and 10 from their own 10 as the Maroon Tide just cannot get out of their own way here on field position.
You know, and we talked about this in the pregame show, how field position was going to be a critical part of this game. Right now, the Greenwave has done a great job of winning the field position battle. And they now, once again, have the Maroon Tide inside of their own 20. They have done a better job of stopping the sweeps and runs, but they've shown that they can stop this Maroon Tide offense.
So finally, the Maroon Tide offense makes it back on the field. Pitch to Stephen Peoples going across the right. He's going to make a great move down at the 19, a 9-yard gain for Galax. We'll make it 2nd and 1.
Galvin Mead, who's also playing the safety position for the Green Wave, has got to be able to take a better angle and end up making that tackle probably more so towards the line of scrimmage. He's got to be able to get up the football field and make that tackle.
And this run is going to go up the middle. They will have a first down. Stephen Peoples carrying the ball. He will get to the 22 with forward progress.
I tell you, I like the way, though, Galax does a great job of pace. They caught, actually, the Green Wave muffled and not set right away. It was a great job by the Green Wave to be able to make that tackle right away, because I thought Peoples might have been able to break one on the outside.
And we've heard a lot about Jordan Vaughn being the main tailback here for Galax, but still Stephen Peoples in the game as he has been in most of the day. Pitch this time to the left side. That run's going to be good for about 2, maybe 3 yards as he's brought down at the 24-yard line. 2nd and 8 or 7, depending on optimism or pessimism, whichever is your preferred method.
Optimism. We always go with optimism, right?
That's right. 3rd and 7, or 2nd and 7, excuse me, for Galax. From the 24-yard line. Now Jordan Vaughn is back in the backfield. Galax lines up in the I formation. They will hand it to Vaughn. He goes up the middle. He will be brought down at about the 28-yard line, which will make this a 3rd and about 4 for Galax.
Vaughn and Stephen Peoples have been the main backs back there for Galax, and they've done a good job. But the Big Pants are still moving things out of the way. They're getting a good push up front. Where Galax has gotten in trouble is when they put the ball down on the turf and had some penalties. So they've kind of hurt themselves a little bit, especially here in the second quarter.
And now we have a 3rd and 4 situation. Galax takes the snap. They're going to throw. Pass is complete to number 45, Franklin Shalobi, but he is going to be brought down after a gain of just 1. So not what the doctor ordered for the Maroon Tide as it's 4th down.
Not at all. And, Joe, if you've noticed, they do not move the key component for the Maroon Tide. They don't move Deion George. He stays in his wide receiver spot. He doesn't create any matchups. The coaches in the booth are going to have to find a way to get him moving to create some matchups.
And that punt is going to be tipped and blocked by Clintwood. And it's going to be down at the 42-yard line of Galax. And the Galax fans want to roughen the punter penalty because their punter got touched, but that ball was tipped. And that's why there's no flag. Clintwood really getting some big plays here.
I tell you what, man, they're doing a great job of maintaining field position. Look at where they're starting their drive from again in this quarter. Throughout the entire game, actually, they have done a great job of making sure that they have great field position, giving their offense a short field. They have done the job on the defensive end of cutting down the runs outside of that one big drive that Galax has had in the first quarter. They really have not driven the football.
So 1st and 10 now for Clintwood. Hand off to Meade. He's going up the middle. He's had across the 40. Down at the 39 for a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7 for Clintwood.
And as we're talking, I tell you, we're looking at certain things here. You look at the sidelines. You look at that Greenwave sideline. They're into it. Right now, the Galax sideline is they're in shock. They were up 14-0. Now all of a sudden they're down. All of a sudden they're looking at things like, what are we doing? What's not going right? Well, I tell you, they're not getting their playmakers the football in space in order to create plays. We talked about that with George. George has got to get in space. He's got to be able to move, go in motion, maybe a reverse, something to get that young man the football. And right now, they've beat themselves up with a couple of turnovers, and they've had a couple of penalties that have been critical.
Clintwood now lining up in a pro formation there. 2 backs in the backfield. They're going to fake the play action, throw a pass, incomplete to Meade. No flags on the play.
He got tripped. Gavin Meade got tripped right there. And that was a nice play because the fake into the belly of the defense sucked everybody up. Those linebackers were coming up so hard, and they slipped Meade in the backfield right through the line. He got tripped up. That would have been a huge, huge play if they could have converted that.
Well, now it's going to make it a 3rd and 7 from the 39-yard line of Galax, as the Clintwood offense looks to put some more points on the board here before halftime. They're in the I formation, play action. He's going to throw the ball. Daly gets rid of the ball, and it's almost intercepted, bouncing off about 3 or 4 different people. But Devontae McKinney will get the breakup for Galax, and it will be 4th down for Clintwood.
Joe, I know this is simple, but Daly's back there, and he's got time. He's got to settle down, set his feet. If he would have thrown that ball out in front, that was a touchdown. The receivers were behind the defense. You've got to be able to put your arm into it. We know he can get it there. We saw him throw the slant pattern. He hummed that ball to get them that touchdown. He needs to just deliver that football, set his feet, and throw it the way he's capable of throwing.
So with 1:46 left here in the half, they're going to run a fake. And oh my goodness, they made it. It had me fooled, folks. The snap was to, I believe, number 13, Austin Dotson, who got it to number 12.
What happened was it was almost like a shotgun set. They went to Dotson. Dotson handed it off to number 12, and I tell you, and then when Mullins ends up getting the first down. What a great play! But I told you, I thought I saw something early with that Galax special teams portion, and they were going back so early.
So a 9-yard gain on the fake punt run. Play action, they're going to throw it. Went back to that same play, almost intercepted this time, though, by Frank Shalabi as he was ready for that one.
The passing game right now for the Greenwave, they've got some open things out there. You just got to have your young quarterback settle down. He is a sophomore, so we got to remember that. But he's got to settle down, settle his feet, and just have confidence. Deliver the football the way he knows how.
So we have a 2nd and 10 from the 27-yard line of Galax now. Back to passes Daly. He's under some pressure now. He's going to fire it, and it's going to be caught. Lucky if they don't get a face mask. There is the flag. There was a face mask. It's number 29 again. Both completions to number 29, as this one will be good for a 1st down at the 13-yard line.
1st down right there, and what a great job right there by the sophomore Daly quarterback. Well done. He saw that his first primary receiver was taken. He moves outside of the pocket, keeps the play alive a little bit, ends up, his receiver continues to work for him. He delivers the football. Great job, and they get some additional yardage, in which we talked about Galax. They put themselves in this position. Now they've given up more additional yardage by way of another penalty.
The face mask penalty is only a 5-yard penalty, which will put the ball at the 8 now for Clintwood. They are 1 for 2 so far in the red zone. The clock now running, about a minute left here in the first half. Handoff to Meade is not going to do it. He will be stopped. And Clintwood, I believe, has all 3 timeouts. Might want to think about using one here with about 50 seconds left here in the first half.
Lawrence Parsons right there comes in from his linebacker spot and delivers a great hit making sure that they keep him in the backfield, not giving him any penetration on that run play.
So 2nd and goal from the 8 for Clintwood. That clock is still running. Now we're down to 33 seconds. We're at the 8-yard line. A full house backfield here for Clintwood. They're going to fake it to the first back. This one's going to go to the left side, and it's a touchdown for the Greenwave. They have come all the way back to take the lead. Number 12, Robbie Mullins on the carry.
Robbie Mullins, once again, on that inside play where they fake the pitch, bring Mullins back inside. He hits the left side. They did a great job of sealing the edge on the left side, and then he hits the hole, outruns the defense for a touchdown for the Greenwave.
So 21 seconds left here in the first half, and after falling behind 14-0, the Clintwood Greenwave have stormed back to now take the lead. Pending the PAT here, we have a 20-14 game.
I do believe that's 21 straight unanswered points if they get this extra point.
And the kick is up. It will be no good, wide to the right. So 20-14 Clintwood with 21 seconds left here in the first half. I'm Joe Deck. My partner Rob Harris. Like I said, the Greenwave over the Galax Maroon Tide, 20-14 right now. We'll be back with more on the Game Day Broadcast Network.
For most families, the college admissions planning process is complicated, time-consuming, and confusing. Most families neglect to start this process soon enough. Students and parents need to start planning for college no later than the 8th or 9th grade. College Vision offers college admissions consulting services, academic programs, and mentorship to students starting as early as the 7th grade. To start your College Vision, visit mycollegevision.com or call 703-431-7977.
The Game Day Broadcast Network is proud to present the championships live worldwide online at GameDayMagazine.com. Today's exclusive broadcast is brought to you by Chantilly Auto Body. If you wreck it, they'll fix it. Now let's join the broadcast crew live online at GameDayMagazine.com.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. And we have a name to go with that number. Number 29 for Clintwood is Jacob York. He has been the main receiver so far for Clintwood as his catch kept a drive alive for the Greenwave, which led to a touchdown to give them a 6-point lead.
Hey, Joe, I got to tell you, and he's really picked up this football team. I think his play out there for the Greenwave has really done a great job of picking up this football team. When they were down 14-0, he started coming in, making some huge plays, and a great job right there by Jacob York. It really the entire Greenwave team, because they could have folded the tents right there, down 14-0. They come back with 20 unanswered points, and now they find themselves being able to go in at halftime and up 6. Well, what just a great job right here by this Greenwave football team.
And remember, they deferred the opening toss, so they will get the ball to start the second half. And we talked about that, Galax powerful offense, see if that decision pays off, but they have won the field position game and now have a lead.
And you're exactly correct. They've won the field position game. They've won the turnover battle, essentially. And they have done a great job of shutting down the running game of Galax right now and forcing them into some throws that they're not very comfortable with. They've taken out Dion out of the Galax game plan. And so now that you've taken Dion George out of the game plan, who are you going to go to as a playmaker? This Galax football team and the coaching staff is going to have to go back and find a way to get George the football in space.
Ball bounces again. This time it will go to Dion George, number 8. He's across the 40 now, down to the 45-yard line, their own 45, but 15 seconds left here in the first half, and Galax has 2 timeouts. We'll see what they can do. Not a lot of time, though, for this Maroon Tide offense to retake the lead.
Not a lot of time right now, but, this is going to put a lot of pressure on Jacob Fisher, because Jacob Fisher's now going to have to be the number 1 guy when you're looking at receivers to make plays for you. And if they're going to double team Dion George the way that they've done so right now, Fisher's going to have to step up, and your playmakers are going to have to step up. Peoples is going to have to step up. You're going to have to get your playmakers the ball in space.
Jordan Vaughn, the single back, 2 receivers to the left side of the formation. Austin Pack is under center. He will take the snap. Play action to Vaughn. Pack now going to roll out to his left. There is a flag. Pass is deep, incomplete. He was looking for Stephen Peoples. Now there's another flag. We'll see what this flag in the secondary is. We have holding on the offense at the line. And we'll see who this flag's going to be on in the secondary.
Flags are down.
The officials talk it over. Now we have a
maybe offsetting
decision.
Penalties.
Holding on the offense and pass interference on the defense. Offsetting penalties. And that will replay first down. 6 seconds, though, remaining in the first half now.
Well, Austin Pack right there received the ball from center, rolls out to his left, and he's looking for his receivers coming back down out there on the 9 route. And actually, Peoples was coming inside, going to the post pattern, and he ends up going to Peoples. Peoples got held up, and so they called a hold for the pass interference.
And Pack dropping back here. This should be the last play of the first half as he lets it fly. It's going to be short, almost intercepted. It will be intercepted by number 44, Chris Wampler. However, time has expired, and that will be the end of the first half, folks. Here at the Division I Single A State Championship, the Clintwood Greenwave has stormed back to take the lead 20-14 over the Galax Maroon Tide. I'm Joe Deck. My partner Rob Harris will be back with the halftime show here from Salem, Virginia at Salem Stadium.